and I'm very happy that all of you are joining me today. In this practice, we're going to work on balance, as life is a balance between rest and movement, all right? And what we hope to do today is to build some strength and coordination so that we can balance in our everyday life, all right? So we always need to get a little bit more strength in order to be able to continue on. So it's a continuous movement. We will begin today on our back in constructive rest pose. So in order to do that, I will invite you to bring your feet to the end of your mat. Your knees are going to be bent, and you're going to come down on your spine. All right, so as you come down onto your spine, I'll invite you to bring your awareness and attention into what I call the four corners of your body. Those are the corners of your body, thinking of your right shoulder and your left shoulder. So draw those shoulder blades down and underneath your body. Feel your right hip and your left hip grounding down. And then walk your soles of your feet a little bit closer towards your buttocks and feel the four corners of your feet grounding down. As you settle into this position, the back of your head is gently resting on the back of your mat. If you need any type of support for your neck, you can put a thin blanket underneath it for support. And you're just going to we'll start with a centering. And during the centering time, I'm just going to invite you to scan your body. It's sort of like taking a snapshot of your body and just notice in this scan how the body is feeling in this moment. So scan from the crown of your head all the way down to the soles of your feet. And just with an attention to what those physical sensations are for you in this moment. If you're feeling any discomfort or dis-ease, make an adjustment in your body so that you can feel a little bit more supported. And just notice now the quality of your thoughts and what your mind is focusing on in this moment, and see if you can bring your attention into the practice so that you are planning to take this next hour for yourself and then be here not only on the physical level, but be here with attention to what you are doing and how you're feeling. And then now I invite you to notice the breath. Bring your attention to the sensation of the breath. So I want you to just notice without manipulating the breath, your inhale and exhale, without shifting or having to move it in any way other than just noticing what that sensation is as you inhale and exhale. Feel the breath as it enters your nostrils, as it fills your lungs, as your belly expands with that inhale. And as you exhale, just notice how the belly softens and how the breath leaves your body. And just see if you can balance your inhale with a nice long, slow inhale and a nice long, slow exhale. And now I invite you to start bringing your attention into the exhale with a little bit of movement. As you're exhaling, gently draw your navel center to the back of your spine with a little squeeze, like you're zipping a zipper up, and gently tilting the pelvis back, your navel center towards the back of your mouth on your exhale, and then the inhale, it releases. So we're doing a very gentle rocking motion in the pelvis called a pelvic tilt. So the inhale, the belly fills. On the exhale, you're zipping that zipper up, the pelvis rocks back. And do that a couple more times on your own, just gently releasing the lower back. Drawing that navel center into the spine, rocking the pelvis, and then releasing. Do that one more time, and then relax. Good. Now, gently guide your right knee into your chest, and you can wrap your hands on the knee or the shin and give that a gentle squeeze. This releases the low back and it releases the hip. We're going to gently move into hip rolls into the right hip. I like to start with placing my right hand right on my right kneecap so that I'm directing the movement. We're going to work with 3 rolls in one direction and 3 rolls in the other direction. So whatever I'm going to go, whatever direction, clockwise or counterclockwise, just move that knee 3 times, rolling it around in one direction. And then when you complete the 3 rolls, you're going to move into the opposite direction, okay? So just gently start moving that knee joint and hip joint and feel the energy moving right into the hip. When you complete the 3 rolls in both directions, come back to center. Now, still staying on the same leg, we're not switching legs yet. What we're going to do is you're going to bring the knee into your chest. You're going to open the knee with a bent knee out to the side. If it's available to you, you'll extend the leg and bring it around, and then bend the knee and hug it back into the chest, okay? We're going to do that 2 more times. Open the knee out to the side, extend the leg, and then roll it around, and then bring the knee back into the chest. 1 more time. Lower the leg out to the side, extend the leg, and then roll it around. Hug that knee back into your chest. Now we're going to go the opposite direction. So you're going to extend the right leg in front of you, roll it out to the side, bend the knee, and bring it back to center. Extend the leg long, roll it out to the side, bend the knee, and bring it back to center. And then 1 more time, extend the leg, roll it out to the side, bend the knee, and bring it back to center. Hug that knee into your chest again, and just notice the sensations that you're feeling in the hip joint and in the leg. Now, if it's available to you, we're going to extend the full leg and work it that way. If for any reason that doesn't feel good for you, keep your knees bent. All right, you can keep a small roll or you can go for the big leg extension. So extend your leg, point your toe. You're going to lower the knee to the right and then circle it all the way around and then bring it right back up. Again, lower the leg out to the side nice and slow and really move with control as you circle around and feel the energy right in that hip joint. We're really massaging and opening up the joint and lubricating that joint, and then bring the leg back up. We'll do 3 times going in your opposite direction, so lower the leg, extend it out, open it out to the side, and roll it back up. Repeat, lower the leg, out to the side, and bring it back up. Good job. We'll do 1 more, please. Lower the leg, open it out to the side. You're externally rotating at that hip joint. Come back up. Bend the knee into your chest. Take an inhale. When you exhale, maybe bring your forehead up towards the knee. Feel the release in the back of your neck. Lower your head. And then place your right leg down. Take a moment. Remember that snapshot you took at the beginning. Just notice now how the right leg and the right hip feel, and versus how your left leg feels right now. And again, just being mindful of that sensations in your body. Now we'll do the left knee. So bring the left knee into your chest, and again, we'll start with your knee on the kneecap. We're going to do circles 3 times in one direction. So move in a way, whether you go clockwise, counterclockwise, let you lead the way. 3 circles in one direction. When you complete your 3 circles, go 3 times the other way. And just observe what you're feeling, what those sensations are, and just notice if there's tightness, if it's not going around in a circle and you're getting a little bit of hesitation, notice where that is. Now, we're going to do extend knee, start with the knee bent, lower it out to the side, extend the leg, and then sweep it down, around, and then bend the knee as you draw it back into your chest. Bend your knee, extend the leg out to the side, Sweep it around and bend the knee and bring it back into your chest. One more time. Lower the knee out to the side, extend your leg, bring it around and into your chest. Now, opposite direction, so extend the left leg long, out to the side, bend your knee as you bring it into your chest. Go long, out to the side, bring it in, roll it in as you bend into your chest. One more time, extend, out to the side, bend, and into your chest. Good. Now, full extension of the left leg, only if it feels available to you. If this does not feel good, guess what? Bend your knee. All right, so you always have the opportunity to modify what your body needs. So lower your left leg out to the side, nice big circle, around, down, and up. Big circle now, lower down with control. So feel the movement. Feel when you lower your left leg out to the side, feel that external rotation of your hip joint. And then bring it back and then lift it up. Excellent. Now we're going to go the opposite way. Point your toe, extend your leg long, open the hip out to the side, sweep it around and up. Point your toe, go long, around, out to the side and up. We'll do one more. Go long, out to the side, around, and up. And then bend your left knee, place your foot flat on the floor, bring your hands, palms down by your sides, and just notice now right hip and left hip. Making sure the back of your sacrum is stable on the floor, shoulder blades down the back, palms down by your sides. We're going to start to do rolling bridge pose. Rolling bridge pose develops strength in the pelvis and in the thighs and the quads. Draw those shoulder blades down the back and the back of your head gently pressing into the mat for support. We're going to lift the pelvis up. As we lift the pelvis up, feel the stretch across the tops of the quads and the glutes, and then exhale, lower down. We'll do that 2 more times, paying attention as you press up. Really feel a connection to the core, a tone through the core as you lift, and then exhale, lower. And then one more time, lift. See if you can keep the pelvis lifted now for a few moments. And then I'm just going to invite you to lift your fingertips up towards the ceiling and draw the shoulder heads down towards the back of your mat. And then as you exhale, lower your hips and lower your arms. So we're going to move into a rolling bridge. Your inhale, lift your hips, extend your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And you're going to keep the backs of your shoulder heads grounding down as you exhale and lower. Last time, inhale, lift. Keep the shoulder heads pressing down. And then exhale, gently lower down. Good. All right. So we're going to I'm going to offer another option here just to heat this up a little bit. And again, remember, if this doesn't feel right for you, you can just stay in the rolling bridge. But if you choose to, you're going to inhale, lift the pelvis up. Good. Now press your right foot. Feel the 4 corners of the right foot. Press it into the earth. This is where balance and core come into play. Keep your sacrum stable. As you press into your right foot, see if you can lift your left leg up. Now, this may be way too much for anyone who has low back pain. Don't do this. If you have anything else going on in your body, you may not wish to do this. And then lower the left foot. Press the sole of the left foot like you're trying to make a footprint, and then transfer the weight. Keep the pelvis stable. If you start tilting, you got to get the core engaged, and then gently lower down. Lower the hips, both feet down, and then lower the pelvis down. That add a little bit of fire to the core, and it required effort and balance. And I'm going to amp this up just a little bit more, and you do not have to take this variation. Again, you can stay with the basic rolling bridge, but if you choose to lift the pelvis up, add the arms, so your shoulder heads are pressing down, your fingertips are reaching up towards the ceiling. Remember, the back of your neck and the back of your head should be pressing into your mat. You should be looking up, all right, so that your neck feels stable and balanced. Press into the sole of your right foot. Make an impression, but lift the left leg up. Extend that left foot. Keep that pelvis balanced. If you feel yourself tilting, then come on out. You want to feel stable and steady. Then lower your left foot. Make an impression with the left foot and extend the right leg up. Excellent. And then lower the left foot, lower the pelvis, lower the arms, and I'll invite you to hug your knees into your chest and maybe rock from side to side. Spread your knees nice and wide so you feel a nice sacrum massage. And notice how that feels. All right, now place the soles of your feet back down on the earth. We're going to come into the next pose, which opens up the hips. So if you feel any discomfort in Baddha Konasana, which is bound ankle, I'm just going to invite you to take a wide stance with your knees bent and just stay here. But if you would like to bring the soles of your feet to touch. So you're clapping your feet together. You're on the outer edge of your foot, which I call the knife edge of your foot, and then let your hips open up in a nice diamond shape. So you should feel like there's a lot of support here. This opens up the hip flexors and externally rotates at the hips. So this may not feel optimal for some people, and if this doesn't feel good in your body, then just place the soles of your feet flat on the floor and stay nice wide open. All right, and you can just do and alternate side to side. I call these little windshield wipers in your knees. You can stay with that pose as a modification. But if you're going to do bound ankle, where the soles of the feet are together, and you're going to press your palms down on the earth, press the knife edge of your feet into the earth so you feel that energetic press, and see if you can lift the pelvis up. Come up into bridge, and then exhale, lower. If you feel discomfort doing this, just take a regular rolling bridge, okay? That's another option. Lift the pelvis up and then lower down. Next time, lift the pelvis up and lift the arms up. Add the arms, fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, lower. If your ankles don't like this sensation, go back to your rolling bridge. One more time, lift up, press those shoulder heads down, and you might know that what might be happening, if you choose to, press the outer edge of your right foot into the ground and extend your left leg up. And you're really going to fire up your right hip. So this is really very, very spicy hot. Lower down the left foot. You're on the knife edge of the left foot now. Press into the outer edge of your left foot, then lift the right leg up. And now you're going to feel that in the opposite hip. This is spicy. And then lower down, lower your arms, lower your hips, and then hug your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead up to your knees. Woo! And then maybe rock from side to side. Excellent. And then roll all the way onto your side. Come on up. Let's shake your legs out and just notice how that feels. Okay, we're going to come onto what I call a side reclining pose, all right? So I invite you, I'm going to use the long edge of my mat as my guide. So I sort of use it like a ruler. And I'm going to line my body up, my legs and my body on that long edge. Now some of you, I'm going to give you several options on how this might feel best for you. Now, if you're going to keep on your elbow, make sure your elbow is underneath your shoulder for support and you have a nice connection here through the shoulder. Some of you might prefer to go all the way down and rest your ear right on your forearm. That's okay too. And then the other option is some of you might want to do where you rest your head and your crook of your hand under your head. So take the variation that feels most supported for you. All right, I'm going to come get my hand on my head, but make it yours, whatever feels best in your body and in your neck. Now, when you look at your entire body, so notice that your elbow and your body line, your legs are lined up with the knife edge of your mat. Your foot, the bottom leg foot is flexed, so your toes are facing forward. And then you're going to stack the upper leg on top. And if that starts to, you'll notice that your hip might roll back and challenge your balance. See if you can stack your hips. Use your arm as a stabilizer, right? So bring the fingertips of the palm to the floor in front of you and let that help you to stabilize. We're going to do some leg lifts, all right? So when you do leg lifts, I really want you to think about energetically that the upper leg is really moving through an energetic force. So as you inhale, lift the top leg up, toes pointing forward, and then exhale, lower down. So this is really working your hip flexors on that upper hip. Lift up with control for 2, and then lower down. Imagine if you had bands and you're trying like a big rubber band between your ankles. This would be a great exercise if you had the bands. For 3, we'll do 2 more. Lower down. And then 1 more. Now stay up here if you can. Now I'm going to invite you to point your toe and then bring your leg up a little bit more. So once you point the toe up towards the ceiling, you're going to externally rotate at the hip, and that's going to create a little bit more openness here. You'll notice how the hip joint is a ball joint, and that opened up at the hip. And you're doing little circles 3 times. The bigger circles are going to make you lose your balance. This is where the core connection really has to be made. Strong core here so that you're not rocking your whole body, and go the other direction. Little circles just to feel the stability there. Feel that core connection. Excellent. And then see if you can lift the leg as high as you comfortably can. So everyone's going to be in a different place. Whether you're here, grab the back of your thigh. If you're here, maybe grab the back of your ankle. Some of you might be able to get your calf, or some of you might even be able to get your toe. So go for what you can get. If you've got your big toe, do the big toe grip. Expand. Go for a nice big stretch here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, release. And then slowly lower all the way down with control. Excellent. So we really work that nice hip flexor. We're going to move to the other side now. So push yourself up. Sweep your legs to the other side. Again, use your outer edge of your mat as a guide for you. Line yourself up. Flex the lower leg so your toes are pointing forward. Take the variation that feels most supported in your body, whether your head is down or resting on your hand or you're up on your elbow. Flex your feet, and we're going to do 5 leg lifts. Remember, your upper arm helps to act as a stabilizer, and you really want to stay strong through the core. Try not to have the hip roll back. Stack the upper hip over the lower hip. And you're going to lift with control for 5, lower. Remember, like you have a great big band on, so give yourself resistance. Lift, and 4, keep those toes pointed, because that really activates. With the toes pointed, you're going to feel that right in that hip crease. Lift, lower for 3, lift, and lower for 2, lift, and lower for 1. Now the next time you lift, hold. Now point your toe up towards the ceiling, and you're going to notice how that externally just opens up that hip a little bit more. And what we're going to try to do is connect to your core, stay stable, and circle, little circles, 3, 4, 5 times in one direction. And notice that one leg might make different circles than the other. Just notice your balance, your stability, and then go the other way. And if you make them big, if you want to play around a little bit and you go bigger, you'll just notice how your balance is challenged, right? Stay strong through the core. Excellent. And then come back up. And then we're going to stretch it out. So if you can, grab the back of your thigh if you're here. Keep your knee bent if you need to. or you can grab your calf or your ankle or go yoga toe grip. So again, everyone will be in a different place. Honor your body. Make sure the bottom leg is really pressing down. That gives you stability. That's like your big kickstand there. Take one more breath, and then exhale, lower all the way down, and then slowly come on up. And then we're going to come onto our knees and shins, okay? So we're moving our way up slowly. We're going to practice a little bit more balancing. So now when you're on your knees, still using your long edge of your mat as a guide, all right? So think of that as a ruler. So now we're going to do what we call the gate pose. So your knees are underneath your hips. Extend one leg out to the side. So whatever leg that is extended long, place the palm on the thigh of that leg. Toes pointing forward, if available. And then you're going to take the opposite arm up, relax the shoulder, and we're going to lean over to the side. We're going to do a side bend. We're going to side bend, and then inhale and lift. And then we're going to side bend as we exhale, and then inhale and lift. The next time we side bend, we'll hold. As you hold here, be the observer. Breathe into the outer edge of the lung of the extended arm. So we want to fill the chest with the breath. Let's go. Nice big deep inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. We'll do one more. Nice big deep inhale. Really fill your lungs. Breathe into the bowl of your belly. Breathe into the sides of your waist, all the way up. Fill up all the way to the top. And then as you exhale, slowly come up. Now take the extended arm now. You're going to place that arm onto the mat, underneath your shoulder. So if you can, come onto the palm of your hand. If that's not possible for you, you can put a block under your hand, or you can come onto you can tense your fingers on if you tense your hand. But what's important now is the alignment. Now look down at your hand. Make sure your hand, the knee, and the toe that are on the floor are pretty much in alignment, okay? You don't want this bottom foot in front or way back. You want to try to create a nice long line of energy here. And here we're going to, you can keep your foot on the floor, variation 1. See if you can lift your arm up. Good. Feel that nice stretch. Another variation here would be to extend your arm overhead. Feel that stretch. Another variation here would be, this is a core connection. If you can, challenge your balance, lift the leg up. Good. And if you'd like to now, we're going to add elbow to knee. You're going to make a fist with the upper arm, bend that elbow, bend the knee, and tap the knee. We're going to challenge balance here, and then go long. That's 5, elbow to knee, tap, 4, go long, elbow to knee, tap, 3, and go long. Exhale, 2, and go long. Last one, squeeze it in. For those of you who grabbed the toe, grab your toe, extend that leg. Good job. And then release. We'll come back up. Don't worry if you can't grab your toe. I just threw that in there. All right. Here we are back in our knees. We'll do the opposite side. So take the opposite leg, extend it out onto the edge of your mat. Use that guide. Extended arm. The leg is on your arm, the palm of your hand is on the extended leg. Sweep your opposite arm up. Here's your inhale. Exhale, bend. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Nice side bend. Feel that stretch. We're moving into the lateral move here. One more time. As you stay here, we're going to hold. Keep the shoulder open, heart open, and throat open as you side bend. Moving into these lateral stretches are very important. We don't often do this in our daily life, so adding this into your practice really helps to build your intercostal muscles, your obliques, supporting your breathing. Take another big deep inhale, fill your lungs all the way up, bottom, middle, and top. Exhale, low, exhale, come out. So nice and, one more breath, I'm sorry. Nice big deep inhale. And then on this next exhale, slowly come up. You're going to take the extended arm, place it onto the mat. Again, find that line between the palm of your hand, your knee, and your toe. All right. Heart open. Again, variation 1, foot on the floor, arm up. Maybe the arm overhead. Go for that long lateral stretch. And if you choose to extend that leg, that challenges the core. Find stability here, strength, and focus. And then if you'd like, we're going to do elbow to knee for elbow to knee. Bend your knee, elbow to knee. Exhale, that's 5. Inhale, go long. Exhale, elbow to knee. 4. Squeeze it in nice and tight. And then go long, nice and slow. So when you move slowly, you really got to use control and go long. We have 2 more. Elbow to knee, go. Squeeze and go long. Now last time, elbow to knee, squeeze. And for those of you who can reach the big toe or grab the back of your leg, extend it up. Good job. Try the challenge. If you don't get it, don't worry, who cares? And then come all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. All right. Now take a moment. Remember that snapshot. Notice the sensations now. Feel that energy moving up and down the body. We're going to move now onto all fours. So plant your palms directly underneath your shoulders. Shoulder blades down the back. Spread your palms nice and wide so that they're really a good base of support. So the option here is going to extend the right foot back and left foot back. You're going to go into plank. If plank is too much, lower your knees. Remember, you always have choices. From your plank pose, you're going to lift the pelvis up and move back and forth into your downward dog. In your downward dog, draw those shoulder blades down the back. Feel that connection between the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. We're going to come back through plank. Inhale forward in plank. Exhale back, downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale back, downward dog. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, come forward to plank. When you exhale back into downward dog, find your downward dog and find stillness for a moment here. As you connect, notice the palms of your hands connected up to your arms and feel the strength of the arms supporting you. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Feel the length of your spine. Feel that connection of energy running up your arms all the way up to the base of your spine. Then feel the connection of the back line body from the hips all the way down through the heels. Keep your knees softly bent. Now bend your knees a little bit more. We're going to move into a twisted dog. You're going to spin your heels over to the right. As you do that, you're going to feel a twist in the low back. If it feels in any way an impingement in your spine, don't do it, but it feels like a really deep stretch. You're getting deep into the quadratus lumborum and the muscles of the low back. Come back through center by pointing your toes forward. And then prepare for twisted dog the other side, so spin your heels to the left, knees bent, and feel that stretch now on the opposite side of your back. Feel that connection. Come back to your dog, and then lower down, and let's take a child's pose. So press your hips back towards your heels, get off your arms, shake out your wrists, open and close your hands, circle the wrists one way, circle the wrists another way. Good. We're going to do one more. We're going to come back to our plank, and we're going to move into plank to side plank, which is a very powerful pose. I want to know you have an option to go into variation of side plank. So if you come back onto all fours, the variation to side plank is you're going to keep The hand down, the knee down. What we just did before, this is your variation for side plank. But if you're going to take the full variation of side plank, you're going to extend both legs long and balance in side plank. Make sure the shoulder head is really engaged as you're lifting the hips. Feel the core. It's a nice strong pose. Take one more breath, and then as you exhale, come back through plank. And take the next variation. So if you're going to lower the knee, and then spin to the opposite side with the variation, the knee down, or take your variation on the knife edge of the feet, stacking the feet one on top of the other, and you're on the knife edge of those feet. Feel the strength, feel the body. Notice if the muscles are starting to quiver. This is a powerful pose. Come back to plank. Come back through your downward dog. Bend your knees and walk your hands all the way back to your feet now. Separate your feet about hip-width distance apart. Come into that forward fold. Maybe grab onto your elbows. Stretch your spine long. And maybe rock from side to side. Lower your hips. We're going to come up through a chair pose. So sweep your arms forward and up. As you lift up all the way, extend your arms overhead, palms to touch. And then exhale, draw your thumbs down through your third eye. Pause in this moment of acknowledging your own truth, your own light. Bring your hands to your lips. Remember to always speak kind words to yourself and to others. Bring your hands to your heart and pause here. Perhaps bow your head inwardly. Honor yourself. Always remember to be true to yourself at all times. And then release your hands down by your sides. Good. So now we're going to work through some standing poses. We're going to work with some balance. We're going to challenge ourselves with some balance. But at first, I'm going to invite you to do a mudra. So, a mudra is when you bring your hands, a hand movement. The word mudra means to join or to seal. We're going to do what I call the temple mudra, which is you interlace the three fingers. Your extended index fingers and thumbs are extended together. All right. I also call that Charlie's Angels mudra. All right. So there's the mudra. And you can take any variation if you just want to place your palms together, that's okay. So, with that, we're going to separate your feet a little bit wider than hip-width distance. So that should feel supported in your body, knees bent, okay? I always want you to feel very much at ease in the lower body. And we're going to do what we call the woodcutter, all right? So the woodcutter, if you could imagine that we're going to inhale, you're going to lift both arms up. And then as you exhale, as if you're chopping wood, you're going to sit your hips back. You're going to come into chair, but chop down with your arms, okay? And then you're going to inhale, come back up. Not as slow as that. I was really breaking that down. But now we're going to do it with a little bit more energy. So let's do that. We're going to do 5 times together. So as you exhale, chop your wood. And then inhale, come on up. Exhale, chop the wood. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, chop the wood for 3. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, chop the wood for 4. Inhale, come back up. Last one, really chop it. And then come all the way back up. Good job. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. So hopefully, energetically, that brought your heart rate up just a bit. Now, we're going to take that similar mudra of chopping wood, but we're going to take it on a diagonal, okay? So diagonal, we're going to try to get into the twisting action of the body as we move, and we'll do it 5 times. But it'll look more like this. I'll give you a demonstration. You're going to inhale, and when you reach up, and then as you exhale, chop, bend your knees as you come through. And I'm even lifting my heels. So we'll start together, inhale, and then exhale, chop. And then inhale, lift, exhale, come across the body, chop. Inhale, lift for 3. Exhale, chop. Inhale, lift, stretch. Exhale, chop. Last one, inhale, lift, and then exhale, chop. Good, come back up to center. Now we're gonna move the diagonal the other way, okay? So point your fingers the opposite direction, inhale, lift, exhale, chop. Bend your knees as you do that. Inhale, lift, exhale, chop. Inhale, lift, exhale, chop for 3. 2 more, we can do this, and chop. Last one, and chop. Good, come all the way up. Exhale all the way around. Ooh, and just observe. Notice the heat and the energy that you might be starting to create in your entire body now. Good. So we get the heart rate up just a bit. And I'm going to invite everyone to take a moment here to just take a little sip of water. So I'm going to take a water break. Please do if you need it. Excellent. So we're going to move into balance, okay? So you might notice if you're standing on a very thick mat, or if your carpet is very thick, it leads to a little bit more instability. I'm on my nice wood floor, so I can really feel, I call it terra firma, right? Firm ground. And it also assists with balance. So I invite you just to see wherever you're standing, feel the impression of your feet, those 4 corners really grounding down. Hands on your hips are a good place to start. And when you do that, just notice your alignment. Okay, so your knees are softly bent, your feet are grounded, your hips are over your heels, your shoulders are over your hips, the back of your neck is long, your chin is parallel, and your focus is forward. I always invite you, when you work with balance, to focus on a single object, preferably not something that's moving. So maybe extend your gaze eye level across the room at an object that's not moving. That type of focus really helps you really bring everything in, and that's what we want to do. We want to bring all that external energy, right? In life, sometimes everything is just crazy. Externally, bring it in nice and tight. Bring it right in. Focus. In this movement, I want you to think about the core, strong core. So we're going to be doing standing leg lifts. Your right leg will be your standing leg. So know the standing leg is really going to get a really good strong workout, as well as the knee that's lifting. So if you extend your left foot slightly in front of you, transfer the weight on the right leg. The minute you do that, feel how your body just went, whoa, okay. So readjust. Get grounded through the 4 corners of the standing leg. Focus those 4 corners of the feet to root down, like the tree's roots root into the earth. Now, we're going to point your toe and lift your knee. The knee lift is an exhale. Squeeze in through the navel and then inhale, lower. And squeeze into the navel, exhale, lower. Okay, let's try that one more. Just lift and then lower. Now, arms can be at your hips, out to the sides, or if you want to do a mudra, I like to do the thumb to the finger, index finger to the thumb, arms lifted, lift up through the crown of your head like a marionette, and we're going to do 8 leg lifts, okay? So remember, the exhale is the lift, squeeze, inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, lower. See how high you can lift. Exhale, squeeze, and lower, and squeeze, and lower. We got 4 more. Squeeze, and lower. If you need to be holding on to a chair, go to a chair. 3, 2, remember focus, relax those shoulders, relax your face. 1 more. I lost count because I was talking. Just do 1 more for good luck, and then lower down. Shake it out. Notice how the standing leg really had to get engaged. So a lot of that support leg is really important. And it's really important to stay grounded. So transfer the weight now onto the left side. If you found that this was too unstable for you, please go over to a wall, put your hand on the couch, stand by the couch, take the support you need. But again, you want to be stable and steady, right? That's what we're trying to always balance in life, to be stable and steady. These exercises help us to focus. Remember, gather that energy in. Try not to have your energy all around the room. So right now, bring that energy in. Bring it in. Whether you start with your hands on your hips, transfer the weight onto the opposite leg. Get grounded. Point the toe forward. We'll do 3 practice lifts. So just transfer the weight, lift the knee, exhale, inhale, lower, exhale. Remember, zip it in and lower, zip it in and lower. So you got that sense of it. Ground down, add your arms, hands to hips, out to the side, a mudra. Your variation, remember this is your practice. We're going to do 8. So inhale, exhale, lift, inhale, lower for 8. Lift for 7. Lift for 6. See how high you can lift. Lift for 5. Lift for 4. Lift for 3. Lift for 2. And lift for 1. Good job. Lower down. Notice how that feels and shake it out. So everyone give it a shake. Notice how the body feels. How are we doing? Okay? Yeah. Shake it out. Okay. The next movement, I'm going to invite you to separate your legs a little bit further. We're going to do side bending lifts, okay? But when you transfer the weight, it's going to be a crunch over to the side. So elbow to knee crunch as you lift, all right? So you have to be able to transfer the weight to the standing leg as you lift an elbow towards the knee. Now, if you can't get your elbow to the knee, maybe just side bend. Here's the alternative, okay? Here's the same thing we're doing, but you're doing a side bend without the lift. So notice what's going on in your body today. So if you can't find that the balance is too challenging based on whatever life is bringing into you today, you're always going to honor your body where you are, okay? So let's come back. You're a little bit wider than hip width distance. We're going to do side bending moves. We're going to do one side 8, the other side 8. So again, transfer the weight to the standing leg, elbow to knee lift, exhale, come down, 8. Exhale for 7. Exhale for 6. Exhale for 5. Exhale for 4. Exhale for 3. Exhale for 2. Exhale for 1. Good job. Now move right away to the other side. Shift your weight. Exhale for 8. Exhale for 7. Exhale for 6. Exhale for 5. Exhale for 4. Exhale for 3. Exhale for 2. Last one. Squeeze. Good job. Woo. And shake it out. Oh boy. All right. Hopefully now you got your body nice and warm. The legs are nicely warmed up. Good job. All right. We're going to do another standing balance pose just to rotate through the hips. So you're going to stand on your right leg, get grounded down. You're going to root down through the standing leg, lift the opposite knee up, back, and around. Up, out, and around. Let's try one more. Up, out, and around. Good job. Place that foot on the ground, transfer the weight, and remember, keep your balance. If you need to hold on, hold on. Root down, and then lift the knee, up, out, and around. Up, out, and around. One more time. Up, out, and around. Good job. Well done. Okay. Hopefully your hips are feeling nice and open. We're going to, I'm moving back onto my mat. And we're going to work with our Warrior 2 pose. And now in this case, I'll invite you to use, I call this the L-shaped, right? So thumb and index fingers right into your hip creases, okay? Right into the hip creases. You want to get right into that hip joint, all right? Separate your feet, nice hip width distance apart or wider. So whatever makes you feel stable is the key, all right? Stable and steady. There was a time when I used to do it like this, and I don't feel that comfortable in my body anymore. So I bring it in so I can really feel stable in my stance. You want to have your shoulders over your hips and keep that long line of energy drawing right up through the crown of your head. Point your foot towards the front of your mat, okay? And make sure you, again, feel stable and steady in your stance. So this next exercise is called slide and glide and bend and extend, all right? So when you slide, you're gonna bend that front knee, that's the slide. The femur slides forward. You can actually feel that in your hip, and then it glides back. Now when you bend, you're gonna bend at the waist, bend, and extend your spine back up. All right, so let's try that. Slide and glide and bend and extend. We'll do 2 more sets. Slide and glide and bend and extend. 1 more set. Slide and glide and bend and extend. Now slide that leg forward, knee forward. We're going to come right into our warrior 2. Extend your arms parallel to the floor. And just for today, palms up. So you're externally rotating at the shoulders. And now let your gaze go over the middle finger of the forward arm. And feel the strength of the warrior. You are the warrior. Each day we come to this battlefield called life. And we have to feel the challenge. But when we learn to balance effort and ease, we learn to calm the mind, when we learn to get focused with our breath, we can win this war, we can win this battle together. So find your breath. Big deep inhale, big deep exhale. Big deep inhale, big deep exhale. Now straighten that front leg. We're going to move right into triangle. So lower that front arm. Now either lower it to your thigh and then lean. Remember, you're going to bend at the hip from bend and extend. Hand could be on the thigh. Some of you might choose hand to the calf. Some of you might want to go all the way down to the ankle or the floor. Remember, this is your practice. I am giving you lots of choices. Take the modification that's right for you today. In this very moment, what is it that your body needs? So take 1 more big deep inhale. Maybe look up towards your thumb. Keep the neck in line with your spine. Take 1 more big inhale. And then bend your knee and move back through warrior 2. Straighten your legs. Lower your arms. Parallel your feet and stand together. Come back to your mountain. Roll your shoulders forward and up. Bring them down the back. Palms open. Heart open. Throat open. And just observe. Come back to that snapshot from the beginning. And then notice the sensations now. Has there been a shift? No judgment. Just being aware. Let's work the other side now. Separate your feet. Again, a nice comfortable hip distance apart. Point the opposite foot towards the back edge, short edge of your mat. Do those little L-shaped hands right into your hip creases. You're going to bend the knee, slide and glide, and bend and extend. Repeat. Slide and glide, and bend and extend. 1 more time. Slide and glide, and bend and extend. Now bend the knee, slide it forward. Add the arms for warrior 2. Again, if you like the option, palms up. Gaze is over the middle finger of the forward arm. Look down at your knee. Make sure knees, you can see your toes in alignment. Find the stability of your breath. The strength of your body that supports you right now in this practice. Now straighten the front leg, move into your triangle by lowering that arm to the thigh, the shin, the ankle. Take warrior 3, your variation today, and notice one side might want something different than the other, and honor that in your body. Listen to your own body's intelligence. Again, I am only here as a guide. You know best what your body needs in this moment. And if it means coming out of this pose, you don't want to do it, then listen to your body. If you're really enjoying the sensation of being here, feel the sensations. Feel the breath. Infuse the posture with your breath. After your next exhale, bend your right knee, your knee, come back through warrior 2. Extend both legs, parallel your feet, and stand together. Observe. Okay, so we're going to work another posture, similarly, warrior 2 with a little twist. Warrior 2 with a twist. So I'm adding a little bit of spiciness to this. And if you don't want to get spicy today, guess what? You stay in warrior 2, okay? But if you want to get a little spicy hot, you're going to keep your stance a little bit shorter than you did before. So shorten it just a bit. And you're going to point that foot to the front edge of your mat. All right? Now your warrior 2, this is your warrior 2 pose. But what we're going to do is when you bend your knee, you're going to lift your heel. When you lift your heel and you come back, transfer your weight onto the back leg, okay? So you bend your knee, lift the heel, transfer the weight back. Bend your knee, lift your heel, transfer the weight back. Now, when you bend your knee, lift your heel, next time transfer, see if you can lift your toe. And then transfer the weight so you're balancing, lifting the knee. See if you can lift the knee. Now, if this is not happening for you, don't worry about it. But if you're getting this rocking back and forth, lifting the knee, maybe lift the knee and extend the leg with a kick. Extend the leg with a kick. Come back with the knee bent, kick. Maybe, can you tap your foot with your hand? Tap your foot with your hand. Maybe tap your foot, grab your toe, and knot. Try that. Lift, grab, and then knot. One more time. Good. And shake it out. Okay, I'm getting playful here. You don't have to be doing this. Just challenging yourself for something a little bit different. Okay, that was warrior 2 with a little bit of spicy left. All right, we're going to try the other side, okay? Short stance. That really helps the rocking back to transfer the weight onto the standing leg, right? Point your foot to the opposite direction. Warrior 2 arms. So sliding glide, right? Sliding glide and lift your heel. Transfer the weight. Lift the heel. As you slide, transfer the weight. So you always want to bring the weight back to the straight leg, okay? Now when you lift the heel, see if you can lift the toe. Make sure your knees and toes bend, lift, and then lift. See if you can lift the knee a little higher, maybe a little higher with a kick, higher with a kick, higher with a kick, and a grab, kick and a grab, kick and a grab. Woo! Can you stay here? Woo! Good job. All right, shake it out. All right, you guys rocked it. Good job. We're going to come into one more standing pose. We're going to do our tree pose, all right? So I'm going to invite you to come back to stillness. Let the heart rate sort of slow down now. Find all that kinetic energy that might be out there. Bring it in here, palms to heart. Whew. Thumbs into your sternum. Connect. Focus. Get grounded into both feet. Make that impression with your feet, like you're putting a footprint into your mat. For your tree pose variation, you can transfer the weight into the right leg. The heel is either on your ankle joint, it's either on the shin, And for those of you who choose to bring the leg all the way up, you can take that variation. So I always want you to have a choice. Again, toe can stay on the floor, heel above the ankle joint, sole of the foot below the knee joint, or sole of the foot above. Again, this variation is up to you. You can take the Yana Mudra, you can take the Anjali Mudra, you can just extend your arms, or you can just stand still, hands to your heart, or just expand with your arms out. Focus. Be one with your breath. When you're ready to come on out, bring your hands to your heart and plant both feet to the earth. Keep that energy gathered together as you transfer the weight to the opposite leg, heel to ankle, sole of the foot to the calf, or sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Grow your tree. Lift your heart. Gather all that energy back into the heart center as you lower down. Release your hands to your sides. And again, maybe this time close your eyes or soften your gaze as you observe the felt sensation of your practice today. You guys did it. Whew. We're going to come down to our mat and finish with a guided relaxation. So whenever you're ready to come on down, come onto your mat. Find your supported position for relaxation today. So if you'd like to come all the way down onto your spine, and you're going to not notice the barking dogs in the background, come onto your back and bring your knees into your chest and just rock from side to side. As you hug your knees into your chest, take a big inhale. As you exhale, maybe bring your forehead up towards your knees, stretch out the back body. And then extend your legs long. Take that long body stretch. So press the heels on the mat, toes pointing up, and extend your arms overhead. We're going to take a nice long body stretch as you inhale. Fill your lungs all the way up with your breath. And then as you exhale, exhale out through the mouth with a great big sigh. We're going to take a side bending stretch in what we call a supine position. I call this the banana asana. So you're going to slide your right foot towards the bottom right edge of your mat, and you're going to slide your left ankle over to meet your right. Keep your hips and sacrum stable in the center of your mat, but bring your upper shoulders and upper arms towards the upper right side of your mat so that you're bending with what would look like a banana shape. So your whole side of your body should be, your left side of the body, if you're doing it the same direction, is going to get a nice long stretch. So breathe deep into this posture. For those of you who might want a deeper stretch, you can cross your left ankle over your right, and that might pull a little bit more at the hip flexors. And if that doesn't feel right, don't cross your ankle. Otherwise, take this variation with a nice big breath as you inhale. Exhale out of your mouth. One more time, breath in. And then with breath out, exhale out, you're going to uncross your legs, make your way back to the center of your mat, realigning your spine like a pencil, nice and long. And then shift to the opposite side, bring your left foot to the lower left-hand corner of your mat. Slide your right ankle over to meet it. Bring your upper shoulders and arms to the left upper portion of your mat and enjoy that stretch. If you choose to go deeper, cross your right ankle over your left. And then with a nice long, slow inhale, breathe in. And a nice long, slow exhale, breathe out. Again, observe the breath. Breathe deep. Exhale completely. Uncross your legs. Come back to the center. Lower your arms down by your sides. Windshield wiper your knees, your legs, your hips, and release any unnecessary tension or tightness that you may still be holding on to, and prepare yourself for relaxation. So in this final posture, I'll just guide you through a gentle body scan from head to toe, inviting you to release and to let go of anything that you may still be experiencing, and see if you can allow yourself to get into a nice, supported, relaxed, still posture. So take whatever you need, whether you prefer to have your knees bent, legs up a chair, legs up a wall. Remember, this is your practice, and let this be about what your body needs in this moment. As you begin to settle, just become aware of the conditions surrounding you. Notice any noises. Notice any smells. Notice the taste in your mouth. The temperature of the room. Let your gaze go inward, even deeper, as you settle. Let the body yield to gravity. Relax your facial features. Soften the forehead. Allow the eyes, the muscles surrounding the eyes to release. Your cheeks and nostrils soften. Your lips and tongue relax. Your throat, your shoulders release. Your arms resting by your sides. Allow your rib cage, your spine, to rest into your mat or the supports beneath you. Soften your heart center, your navel center. Soften the pelvis. Soften the sacrum. Allow the hips to release. Relax. Allow your legs to get heavy. Your thighs, your knees, your shins, your ankles, and your feet. So that your entire body now is resting in stillness. And continue to just let your body rest. And then invite your mind to settle. Settle your thoughts. Nowhere to go and nothing to do. So for the next 3 or 4 minutes, give your body this permission to rest in stillness, the body and the mind, and just let your breath be the only thing that you focus on. Follow the breath as you breathe in, and follow the breath as you exhale out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. If your mind begins to wander, as the mind will, just keep coming back to the felt sensation of your breath. you choose to stay in a relaxed state, please do so. There's no need for you to have to bring yourself out of this relaxed position. But if you're ready to start to move, bring your attention back into the physical body, feeling the presence of your fingertips. Maybe take the tip of your thumb to each finger, moving one by one. Begin to wiggle your toes. Begin to move when the body gives you the signals to stretch. Maybe extend your arms overhead, extend your legs long, taking that super beautiful stretch as if it were the very first stretch of the day. As you inhale, and maybe on your next exhale, either bend your knees and allow the soles of your feet to touch the earth, or gather your knees into your chest. And just listen to the intelligence of your own body guide you into where you need to be. Take a moment to pause, and in the moment of pause, this is when I invite you to just recognize that any time that you choose to move to this place of stillness within, place of your sanctuary, your tranquility, your calm in the face of a storm, this calm place within is always there. It's just waiting for you to arrive. And gently now push yourself up into a seated position. I'll invite you to perhaps bow your head or bring your hands to your heart. Look inwardly in a place that feels something like gratitude. And find one blessing in your life that you could be grateful for today. And I'm grateful to all of you for allowing me the honor to be here, to hold this space and to share these practices with you all. So I end with wishing you all peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.